Earth with rings like Saturn would be an awe-inspiring sight, transforming the way we see the sky and altering life as we know it. Imagine stepping outside on a clear night and looking up, not just to see the moon and stars, but a vast, luminous band stretching across the heavens. These rings would cast a mesmerizing glow over the planet, illuminating the night with an eerie yet beautiful radiance. But beyond the spectacle, what would the reality of living on a ringed Earth be like? How would they form? How would they affect our world? And could Earth have ever had such rings in the past? For Earth to gain a ring system, a massive cosmic event would need to occur. There are two likely scenarios that could create such an incredible phenomenon. One possibility is a cataclysmic collision, a second moon or an asteroid the size of Texas slamming into Earth or our existing moon. The debris ejected from such a catastrophe could be captured in orbit, gradually forming into a dense planetary ring. The second scenario could involve a past event, perhaps billions of years ago, when a celestial impact formed our moon. A portion of the shattered material could have remained in orbit as rings for millions of years, before eventually coalescing into the moon itself. Unlike Saturn's icy rings, Earth's would likely be composed of rock, dust, and perhaps some ice, giving them a darker, more mysterious appearance. A key question is whether such a ring system could last. Saturn's rings are stable because the planet lacks atmospheric drag, but Earth's thick atmosphere and strong gravity could gradually pull debris down, causing the rings to thin and eventually vanish. If Earth did have rings, they might be temporary, existing for only a few million years before disintegrating into meteors or merging into larger bodies. Now let's imagine what life on Earth would be like beneath such a celestial wonder. Depending on where you lived, the rings would appear vastly different in the sky. Near the equator, they would form a brilliant, thin arc that stretches across the heavens. But in regions closer to the poles, the rings would appear massive, towering over the sky like an immense cosmic halo. Their reflective properties would brighten the nights, possibly making complete darkness a rarity. This constant glow could affect human civilization. Ancient cultures might have developed myths and religions centered around the rings, seeing them as divine structures in the heavens. The presence of rings would also bring unique celestial phenomena. Eclipses would look dramatically different, as the sun's light would be partially blocked or refracted through the rings, creating dazzling patterns of shifting shadows across the Earth's surface. The rings could cause light to scatter in unexpected ways, producing surreal sky colors during sunrise and sunset. Imagine an Earth where twilight is bathed in deep purples and golds, shimmering through the dust and ice of our own planetary rings. But beyond their beauty, Earth's rings could bring major challenges. The biggest concern would be their impact on the climate. Depending on their composition, the rings could partially block sunlight, cooling the planet and possibly triggering climate shifts similar to an ice age. Certain areas might experience reduced temperatures and altered weather patterns, while others could suffer prolonged droughts. The delicate balance of Earth's climate would be at risk of significant disruption. Additionally, debris from the rings wouldn't remain harmlessly in space forever. Small fragments could continually fall toward Earth, creating a near-constant meteor shower. While some of these would burn up in the atmosphere, larger pieces could reach the surface, posing a potential hazard. Imagine a world where fiery streaks of falling rock are a daily occurrence, an incredible sight, but also a significant danger to human civilization. Space exploration would also become far more complicated. Traveling beyond Earth's orbit would require navigating through a hazardous debris field, making moon missions and satellite launches much more difficult. Could Earth have had rings in the past? Some scientists believe that it might have. The leading theory about the moon's formation suggests that a Mars-sized body, Theia, crashed into the early Earth around 4.5 billion years ago. This impact created an enormous debris field that eventually formed the moon. However, it's possible that a portion of that debris remained in orbit for a while before gradually falling back to Earth or coalescing into a secondary temporary ring system. Another possibility is that a massive asteroid impact in Earth's past may have created temporary rings, though they would have likely disappeared relatively quickly due to atmospheric drag and gravitational disturbances. If Earth had rings, it's also possible that small moonlets could form within them, much like Saturn's tiny ring moons. These moonlets could influence the structure of the rings, creating intricate wave-like patterns and gravitational gaps. Over time, however, these small bodies might break apart, replenishing the ring system and prolonging its existence. If Earth's rings were dense and long-lasting, they could even spawn their own natural satellites, tiny ever-changing worlds trapped in the beauty of their own cosmic dance. But would a ringed Earth be a paradise or a problem? While the visual splendor of rings is undeniable, their drawbacks could outweigh their benefits. The potential for increased meteor impacts, disruptions to climate, and interference with space travel could present serious challenges. However, having rings could also give scientists an unprecedented opportunity to study planetary rings up close, learning more about the forces that shape them and how they behave over time. So while the idea of Earth with rings is fascinating, it might not be the utopia some imagine. The sky would never look the same, our nights would be bathed in an eerie glow, and the climate of our planet could be dramatically different. Would you want to live in a world with glowing celestial rings overhead? Or is our current blue sky and solitary moon the perfect balance for life on Earth? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe, because the universe is filled with endless mysteries waiting to be explored.